Hello guys, are you looking for some dinner ideas as a type 2 diabetic or a pre-diabetic? Then this is the video for you. Today we're going to be doing chicken, kale and Swede, also known as
Rutabaga.
Rutabaga. That's what she says it is. It's gotta be true. Let's get into it. My name is John Collett, and in March 2018 I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Within 6 months I managed to put my condition into remission, and I want to help you do the same, because if I can do it, you can do it. Right then, so we have got the oven preheating for the chicken right now. So it is at 400 Fahrenheit, 205 degrees Celsius. If you've got a fan assisted, 185, and if you've got a gas mark 6. Now, this is Swede or Rutabaga, and what we're going to do is we're going to chop this into cubes, and as you can see, we're going to chop this into cubes and we're going to mash it later, okay? But while I'm doing this, I thought a reason I wanted to do this dish, because I wanted to highlight something, and that's the difference between root vegetables and leafy green vegetables when it comes to carbs, okay? And things you need to take into consideration when you're choosing what vegetables to have in your food. So this kale, for instance, this is a 150 gram bag, which is going to be enough for 2 people. That in there has got 4.4 grams of carbs. So really, per serving, we're only talking about 2.2 grams of carbs. Now, when it comes to roots, so things that grow below ground, this Swede has got 9 grams per 100 grams, and the Swede itself is 400 grams, 600 grams, sorry. And so what that actually means is you're probably talking about 28 grams per serving, which, you know, is really near the limit of how many grams of carbs you want to put in your body in a day. Now, obviously it means it's got lots of really other good nutritional bits in there, which is good for you. But what I'm really saying is, when it comes to putting roots in your food, you really want to limit the amount of roots that you put in, because they're really going to put the carb count up quite high. So I can think, you know, so there we are. That's your bit of information for today. You know, I've got in our food guide that we have, which if you click in the description below, it'll take you to a website, stick your name and email address in there, and we will send you the food guide, and you'll see in there that we have a list of foods, and some of those foods we are highlighted in a different color, and the reason for that is because they're normally roots, so grow below ground, and we wouldn't recommend that you necessarily have too many roots in a meal. We're not saying avoid them, okay, because roots are good. Still lots of other benefits from using roots, but limit them. Anyway, there you are. So as you can see, I'm butchering this. So while I continue to butcher this and maybe have someone come in and rescue me, we're gonna fast forward up. All right, guys, so the Swede has come to a boil. We've put it on a simmer. So now what we're gonna do is get the pre-prepared tray out of the oven. Make sure you use gloves. And then we're gonna put the chicken on here. And that's gonna go in for 30 minutes. And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do the kale. So I'm gonna give this a clean first. Now I do always recommend that you do wash everything down, all your veggies and stuff, because if there are any chemicals on them, then you get them washed off and you're consuming less of them. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go through this. We're going to add some lemon, add some olive oil, and mix it all together. But we're also going to be looking for the stems, to get rid of the stems out of there. So we don't want those. They can go in the compost heap for later. So that's all good stuff, you know. So, but we want to try and avoid as much as of the stems and the leaves as much as possible. So we've done that. Now we're going to put this in the bowl. Well, we found a few more. It's amazing, isn't it, how the weightiest things get themselves to the bottom. So, right, so what we got here is some lemons. Obviously you could just use lemon juice if you want, but obviously we recommend you have lemons in your water. A bit of lime helps with the blood sugar, so we have fresh lemons in the house. See, now this thing, it's got a spout on it, so you don't get all the pips and things. Now, a little bit of olive oil. You can season it if you want to. And then, as there was a guy who used to be on British TV called David Bellamy, and he goes, "You get your fingers in there, give it a good feed and eat in." Just gonna mix all of that in so it marinates up, so it tastes nice when we eat it later. And that's it. So now all we gotta do, wash our hands, wait for the chicken and the Swede to do his thing. Right then guys, the Swede is done. And it's time to start the mashing. Now when we do the mashing, what we're going to do at a certain point, we're going to add butter, some goat's butter into it. Because yes, it's still Lent and I'm still doing gluten-free and dairy-free, which is great. It's going quite well. So, see you in a bit. Okay then guys, so what we're going to do now, we're going to put the lid back on so we can check the chicken and see if that chicken is done. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut through the middle to make sure it's white all the way through. So all good. So we're going to plate this up. And the last bit, oregano. So let's give this a go. It's good. It's really good. Pleasantly surprised. Well, what guys, that tastes a lot better than I was expecting. That tastes really, really good actually. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was useful. Now if you're looking to put your type 2 diabetes into remission and you need some help and support to do that, then please go to the description below, click on the link and I'll send you a video about the 3 steps that our clients take to reverse their type 2 diabetes, lower their blood sugar, put it into remission, whatever you want to do, and find out more about our members area on our website. Now I'm going to stick a playlist here of more different foods that you can eat as a type 2 diabetic, and remember, you're not a number, you're a rhino. Now charge.